It's Randy Orton.
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Beatle890 here, and today I'm going to be doing my third edition of WWE Missed Opportunities. As you can already tell by the title, today it's going to be on the man they call Vader. Now, remember, this is WWE Missed Opportunities, not Missed Opportunities in wrestling or in WCW. So this is why Vader's on the list, because, I mean, obviously, as we all know, Vader was a very big success in WCW. He was in some top feuds at the time, especially like in the early 90s. Like, he had feuds with Flair and Sting, just to name a couple. Had some great matches with them in the early 90s. So when he came to the WWF in '96, I believe, in '96, people were pumped, and I don't blame them. This guy was an absolute beast, an absolute tank in WCW. I guess you could kind of make the argument he's kind of like the Brock Lesnar. He's kind of like the Brock Lesnar of WCW in the sense that he was just a complete beast and he'd destroy his opponents. And he was fairly athletic for a big man. Obviously not, he could do like moonsaults and that sort of thing. So that was, something really awesome about Vader as well. But yes, he debuted in the WWF in a really big way. Actually, he attacked the quote unquote president of the WWF, Gorilla Monsoon, and then basically he took out Monsoon. That really got him over as a heel, I think, because Gorilla Monsoon at the time was one of those guys that people really liked. He's like the president of the WWF. He's still a nice guy, so people got behind. People really liked him. So if someone attacked him, usually that person would get over. So Vader attacked him and then got suspended by the temporary president, Jack Tunney, I believe. If it wasn't Jack Tunney, I apologise, but that's just from what my memory reminds me. So yeah, the reason why they did this angle is because Vader was injured when he came in to the WWF, so he didn't. That's why they did that angle, so he could get suspended and not compete straight away, which I thought was a good. It was actually a good angle. It got Vader over as a monster heel, and it got him over as a heel by attacking Gorilla Monsoon, a kind of innocent man who the people really liked. So he came in 1996 after the injury, and he dominated. He was very dominant, and it wasn't long before he got a WWF Championship match at the second biggest pay-per-view of the year against Shawn Michaels. Now, how he got this match was, from what I believe happened, was that there was an In Your House pay-per-view event called In Your House International Incident, and I believe that's the name of the name of the In Your House show. If it isn't, I apologise. It might actually be another name. But it was the In Your House show after King of the Ring 1996. So it might not be that one. I'm just going to quickly look that up quickly. Because I believe it was like a 6-man tag. At the time, it was Michaels. It was Shawn Michaels, Psycho Sid, and Ahmed Johnson, I believe, if that my memory serves me correctly. And then, yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, it was In Your House International Incident. I thought it was. So yeah, so it was Shawn Michaels, Psycho Sid, and Ahmed Johnson, and they faced basically Camp Cornette, because Vader was basically being managed at the time by Jim Cornette. So basically, yeah, Michaels, Sid, and Johnson faced Vader, Owen Hart, and British Bulldog, and Camp Cornette went over, and Vader pinned Shawn Michaels. So that kind of made Vader the #1 contender, considering the fact that he pinned the champion, which, was a pretty big moment for Vader, pinning the champion Shawn Michaels, who'd won the belt at WrestleMania 12 from Brett in that classic Iron Man match. And you know what? Yeah, it was looking like it was you know, it would look like, you know, it was going to take, you know, a huge guy, you know, someone up, you know, someone really needed to step up to the challenge and dethrone Shawn Michaels. He was, you know, he was knocking down all challengers. Like, he beat Bulldog a couple of times for the title, and he'd beaten Diesel and obviously Brett to gain the belt. So you know, Michaels looked pretty strong here. So Vader went in as a complete monster, and it was one of those things where, you know, both guys had so much momentum at the time. It was, you know, it was gonna be a great sight to see, and they pulled off a really good match at SummerSlam. However, I do have a few complaints. I mean, even as a Shawn Michaels fan myself, I still think Vader should have gone over here, because I just think, you know, they built up Vader so well coming into '96, and I think you really should have put the belt on him. And to be honest, Shawn was going to lose the belt and drop it. You know, whoever beat Shawn was going to drop it back to him at the Royal Rumble anyway. So I think you might as well have had Vader go over at SummerSlam and then lose the belt back to Michaels in January. And you could have had a nice lengthy Vader title run where he, you know, just steamrolls over the competition, and Michaels, you know, gets another title match and, you know, wins the title back. And it would have been a good kind of hometown hero, conquers or slays the dragon, that sort of thing. But yeah, what instead we got was a really good match, to be fair. Vader was always pretty good in the ring, you know, even with guys who weren't, you know, guys of all sizes really. And yeah, he basically he was pinned by Michaels after Michaels hit like a moonsault as Vader was standing. I know it was a bit crap, but he did kick out a sweet chin music, which was pretty surprising. But yeah, I just think from there on, Vader just went downhill from there. I mean, it was just, you know, Vader just fell so far in that time. He just never really went anywhere after that. I mean, he fell right into the mid-card. By 1997, he was just completely irrelevant. Like, you know, he was one of those guys who was just sort of an afterthought. And he was, towards the end, you know, of his WWF run, he was just kind of used to put guys over. Like, as I recall, I think Edge had a match with him on like Sunday Night Heat, and he lost to Edge. He had matches with Kane when Kane first came in, you know, that sort of thing. He was just one of those veterans who was putting over guys that were coming in. So Vader just really kind of fell off, you know, after that loss to Shawn Michaels, which is a shame, because I think at a time in 1996 when the WWF really needed new stars, I think Vader could have been one of those top guys who really helped build the WWF back up again. I mean, to be fair to the WWF, they did still create some top stars, but I think Vader could have been one of those. But instead, they just sort of, he became an afterthought, and he even ended up calling himself a fat piece of shit, which was a bit weird, to be honest. I mean, I just really think it's a shame what happened to Vader, because I really think he just could have gone further, if I'm really being honest with you. But you know, he's still considered a legend by the WWE. I remember he returned like 3 years ago to face Heath Slater in his series of matches. So clearly the WWE don't view Vader, you know, as shit anymore. But at the time, he was treated pretty much like shit. And yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this third episode of WWE Missed Opportunities. Let me know in the comments which wrestler or women's wrestler you'd like me to do next. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.